Oh man, that's dark. It was a lot lighter a second ago, but oh well. What can you do? That's all right. Things are pretty dark in my life right now, right? So maybe it's okay. Well, I am still alive, and a free man, and those are pretty damn good things. Hope everybody is doing good. Hope everybody had a good Father's Day, and hope everybody had a good week, and hope everybody's doing all right. I'm doing all right. Could be better. Could always be worse, though, right? Yesterday was pretty rough. Yesterday was a pretty rough day for me. But I think I'm finally ready to move on and get to the next phase of my life. I thought I was ready weeks ago, man. When I first started doing this blog, the first blog I did, I thought that's like was my turning point. But they say when man plans, God laughs. So I plan it all. You know? You don't want to be irresponsible and not plan, but then why plan if God's, has the ultimate say anyways? Why do any of it? You gotta do the footwork, right? You gotta do faith, and you gotta have faith, but you also gotta do the footwork. Part of that footwork is planning, even though the plans aren't going to necessarily go as you want them to. Doesn't mean that you can't do the footwork and plan. It's because things aren't going to go your way. I guess, right? But so I've been doing good though. Well, in some aspects I've been doing good, and in some aspects doing really bad. I really was sick this morning, earlier today, but I pushed through it. I did 13 deliveries today. My last delivery though, I messed up, and I didn't give the person they ordered a sundae from one of those ice cream places. I messed up the last order. I didn't give it their ice cream, but I didn't get any orders after that. So I'm wondering if I messed it up. But Postmates seems to be kind of the ghetto of the different ones. Like, I get tips and stuff, but the thing is, like, some of my tips haven't even gone through from like almost 10 days ago. And from what I understand, like, the way that it works is if somebody orders something, then they can tip at the ending after they get their order back. And but if they just don't want to ever order anything again, they don't ever have to tip, and so you don't ever get your tip. And then you're really working for hardly anything, especially for how much time you actually stand waiting around and stuff. You're not making any money. But this was kind of like a test though too. I learned a lot in just kind of delivering things. I should make a video just on Postmates, like an honest video on it, because I'm sure people do videos on it, but I doubt it's real or honest. Maybe. What do I know? But I wanted to do the DoorDash, and the thing about the DoorDash is they have the ratings and stuff, and this one doesn't have ratings, but the DoorDash seems to be more like professional. And then there's Uber Eats. I want to try Uber Eats because I want to get into Uber once I can get a better car. So I got the gym membership, right? That was the first plan, which was good. We got that. Been going to the gym, having that. It's been helping a lot. And then we got to get some income, making some money with this. And the thing is, I've been giving all my money to my sons and his mom, like I've been doing for the last 11 years. So I don't have any, it's like I've been working for nothing, but trying to make them happy. But so hopefully I can, put together some money and I need a new car. I need a car that I can do Uber it up. I love driving, man. I don't like people, but I don't know. I think Uber could be different. I think me driving around people would be better, especially if I can kind of control how much the price is. If I have some kind of say in it, it seems to be a lot better. I did taxi for a little bit in North Dakota, and I hated it because it was too outrageously priced, and it just wasn't fair. Since it's my vehicle and everything, it's a lot different than the taxi since I was using somebody else's vehicle. So, that's the plan. But remember, man plan, God's last, but hopefully this is what he wants. If I'm not doing what he wants, then I'm in trouble. And the thing is, it's hard to know. So, like, does God have like a certain plan, like He wants you to do, like precisely, or does He have multiple things that He wants you to do, like multiple ways to get there? So, like, what's God's plan for you? Does He have multiple plans? Do you get a choice in what the plans are? Or, I mean, are there like a selection? Do you have a choice of the way that you get there for God's plan? Such questions. I'm just glad the Lord's with you, man. He protects me so much every day when I'm driving around, every second, man. I'm just so grateful. Without Him, I'd be lost for sure, a long, long, long time ago. But yeah, gotta get a new car, and then always the plan is to be the pilot. Gotta be a pilot, man. That's where all the dreams are made. That's where all the doors can be opened for me. And I've been wanting to be a pilot my whole life. Always wanted to fly, always wanted to be a pilot, but it's risky business, man, obviously. There's a lot going on in my head, and sorry, it just feels I mean, a lot of this is just for me later on to like relook instead of doing a journal or a video blog. I'm not trying to impress anybody because then I feel like if I'm trying to do that, then it's just gonna be, not real and not genuine. So I kind of, stop talking or not very entertaining. I'm sorry, it's just there's a lot going on right now, and I'm pretty slow still. Like I said a few weeks ago, I was planning to turn around everything then, and then I could actually start getting, a lot of the cobwebs and a lot of this, clouds and stuff would start dissipating, and I can, articulate my thoughts and ideas and actually put down some wisdom that I feel is substantial and useful. But as of right now, I haven't really been able to fight this last demon of whatever it is. But I do think I might have things under control right now. Might. It's foolish to say that I do. I don't know, watch that word foolish is hardcore. It would be though, if I can use it against myself. Because no demon should ever be underestimated. No type of demon, no spirit that doesn't belong to Christ or belong to the Lord and is bowed down to Christ should never be underestimated as far as their cunning and where their loyalties lie. I'm beginning to wonder if some people, I just don't think they understand, like, how genuine my actions are, and I'm wondering if just as much as they can't probably possibly understand how genuine my actions are, I can't understand how evil, how truly evil their actions are. I mean, is the two different type of people just as different as introverts and extroverts? To the extent where if you're an introvert and you're trying to explain to an extrovert how you view the world and how you get your energy and why you don't like to socialize or why you do like to socialize, and you're trying to explain that to an extrovert's not going to understand just as much as an extrovert trying to explain to an introvert how they view the world, how they get energy from being around other people, and how they want to socialize, and how they just view reality, how they take in information, how they process that information is completely different. The two are so different they can't even use words. You can't even communicate the difference. That's why these two people, introverts and extroverts, are on the two sides of the fence, and they're just so hard to understand. One to understand the other. I used to be the world was just completely saturated with extroverts. Introverts are needed, and they are needed, but they're just, it's like a sentence, It's like, yeah, the introvert is needed for the society, but to be the introvert in a society where everybody's extroverted and the society is designed for extroverts, and the extroverts actually take the energy and everything from the introvert, and the introvert gets nothing from the extroverts except for, I don't know, maybe if the extrovert appreciates the introvert, but the introvert is almost completely at the extrovert's mercy, because just simply by being around one another, it's a give-take relationship where the introvert is giving and the extrovert is taking without even a say in the matter. Nobody's making a say, but this is by the proximity of each other. So who the heck? Why would you want to be an extrovert? And why would you want to be a creature where you are the one that just simply by being around the other creature, you are the one that's giving, the other one's taking, and to the degree it could be substantial. It might be minuscule as well, but it could be freaking substantial. So at least in today's society, the introverts are a lot more. So in some ways the burden is lessened, but in the other ways there's just so much evil in the world. Satan has completely mastered and complete control of everything, that there's just so much out there that the introvert's burden is extreme. There's more of us, but our burden is harder and heavier. But I mean, if I was in heaven and I was able to pick my life, like in the beginning of a video game what difficulty would you pick? Would you want easy mode? Especially when after the game you actually get a real reward. But the caveat to that is you get a real reward, but you get a real punishment if you mess up. So, if you're playing a video game and you're playing it on a very hard and you're playing hardcore mode, there's no real life punishment. So, it's fun to play like that, right? But what if there's a real life punishment? What if you really did die? Would you play hardcore mode? I think there'll be a time, where that might be a possibility. We'll see, though. Just depends on, the Lord, really. And Lucifer as well. He obviously has a pivotal role to play in all this. Will he ask for forgiveness? Has he asked for forgiveness? Has he already been rejected? Has he begged for forgiveness? And God says no. And Satan says, well, what about man? He does horrible things and you forgive him. And God says, man does not know. You know, you've been there. You know what you've done and what you did. And Satan's wrath would only be so much fueled. Scary, right? Scary like this world that we live in, right? Dang, right? Who knows though, right? I speak of things I know not of. And you gotta be careful. Speaking in ignorance, man. Truth seeker, what? Do you really want to know the truth? Do you? I do. I do so bad, man. No matter what it is, I want to know. As long as it's just the truth. And the only way I'd really know is if Christ was there and he showed me. Or, how would I ever trust any other entity, right? How could I? Well, that's the scary thing, is how do you even know what the truth is when you're presented it? How do you know it's not just another lie, a fabrication that's presented to you as the truth? Oh no. So therefore, is it ever truly even possible to know the truth? Only God knows the truth. Only God knows the truth. Only God knows the truth. Because even if he told someone else the truth, or that entity the truth, then that entity wouldn't even know for sure if God was telling him the truth of the truth. Because the only other way for the entity to know is if the entity was omnipotent. And if the entity was omnipotent, then it would be God, and then it would be God. So only God knows the truth. And that's the real truth of it all. Oh man. Just have to have trust and faith that God reveals the truth to you and it won't lie to that entity. So it'll never know. It'll never know. It will only have faith. And that is why faith is so important. One reason. Faith is everything. It's everything. Even after this life, it's everything. Because you can't know the truth because only God knows the truth, because only God is omnipotent. And so you have to trust him. You have to have faith in him that he's telling you the truth, or the truth that you can handle at that time. You have to have faith in him. Man is know what it's like to be away from the Lord. And so we have a loyalty to him that other entities don't have and don't understand. But the risk is so great because there's the risk of the entity not ceasing to exist at all if it doesn't choose not to seek out the Creator. If the entity is born knowing God, then the entity will always live, but it won't be as good as an entity that made the choice and knows what it's like to be separated from God. But comes with that a great risk, and that is obviously in God. He's so merciful and loving. He must be in so much pain of all the people that choose not him, all the entities that choose not him, chose not to be with him and follow what he says, and do the horrible things that they do just to hurt him, despite him. What's really going on in heaven right now? What's really going on? And what we haven't known for thousands of years. We've been down here for thousands of years. And the instruction book, it's a good instruction book, and everything's been good as far as what God can do. it's just hard for everyone. It's hard for God. It's hard for it's hard for the demons and Lucifer, who I'm sure beg for forgiveness. Why wouldn't they have by now? Especially knowing their time is up. Hard for man to be away from his creator and to be without any without any direct interaction for thousands of years, 2,000 years. We haven't any direct interaction with God. You know, the Jews wandered for hundreds of years. We've been wandering for 2,000 years. But we don't even know that's the truth, right? I mean, you know, I'm into the point where the history could be fabricated to where the timeline can be manipulated as far as what has happened in history. And, you know, not for the last couple of hundred years, it'd be obviously very difficult because of all the records and everything. But before 200-300 years ago, nobody could even read and write. If you go back, what, 300 years ago, 1700, like 99.9% of the population couldn't read or write from then in all of human history. So I mean, I don't know. It hasn't been 2,000 years. Maybe it's been more than 2,000 years. When everything is in print, nothing's handwritten, you can just make a copy of everything, change anything. So we just have to have faith in the Lord. We have to seek our relationship with Him, and we just have to see what He wants us to do and move forward and be of use and grow and be you know, something that, an entity that the Lord can use and the Lord can be proud of, and develop our gifts. Develop our gifts that the Lord gave us, and so when the time comes, He can use us accordingly. Like a stone, we wait. Wait for our time, for the Lord to call upon us. Develop our gifts. We will need them in the times to come. We'll need them hardcore. We'll need each other. We'll need our gifts. We'll need the Lord. We'll need our faith. We'll need it all. I mean, even then, I mean, are we really going to be ready? Am I going to be ready? Yeah, I'm going to be ready. I mean, really. I mean, I have, everybody doubts and hates on me, and I still have more faith in me than, is just as much or more than ever before. Sometimes I might act like I don't have faith in myself or and faith in what I'm doing just because I want the Lord to help me out a little bit more. You know, like, I don't know, like it's hard, man. Come on, Dad. You know, help me out. But I try not to do that as much. But, you know, I don't think He likes that. Because there are times in my life where I have genuinely doubted, you know, some things, or been doubted, you know, doubted my faith, or just had some moments of doubt. And He's always been, He's always been above and beyond in those moments, and you know, I use them sparingly. They have to be genuine. The Lord really craves genuineness. Genuineness, loyalty, wisdom, courage. I don't know loyalty so much. I don't know, maybe even the most. I don't know how loyalty's a hard one, man. Because blind loyalty could be bad, but is it? I mean, I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. I don't know how to. I'm limited to how much I can tape on this because I don't have a car, which is probably good because I can ramble on forever, and nobody wants all that. But yeah, sorry I didn't read from my book this time. I just had a lot going on, and appreciate you guys listening. And we're doing good. The Lord's doing good. He's watching over us and He's helping us out. And man, it's just have to keep progressing and do the best that I can and make the right decisions and wait for my time. Alright guys, God bless and happy truth seeking.